All right. I'm learning new things about my camera. Also, I'm like, I don't understand. And like, I'm really confused about this. How like, I spent a good hour deleting shit off my phone, and I'm still like losing data and not getting any of this shit off. And I'm like looking at my phone, and I'm like, what's all this shit on my phone now? Cause like, I deleted all my documents and my music. Well, I started deleting my music, but I really couldn't do that. Like, I was like losing, like, I lost life trying to do that. I lost health points. But I was just watching the news again today on YouTube, and I saw that like CNN was like targeting YouTubers. Like, specifically, they were like, yeah, we should be able to just like cancel anyone on YouTube. And I was like, I'm not surprised that CNN did that because they're pretty tyrannical. But like, how's that fair? Like, that's the one thing I like. I understand that there are more viewers on YouTube, but like, you understand that the age demographic of YouTube is not the age demographic of CNN. Like, I'm sure CNN understands that because they're looking for a key demographic, and the key demographic is like Gen Z and millennials. But like, you're gonna like like I don't mean like literally kill somebody, but like, you're gonna like take out an entire like organization, right? Because like, the app YouTube isn't the organization. The organization is all like the like major YouTubers that all do collaborations with each other and fund the site and fund the activities that get put up on YouTube, which also include small businesses, philanthropy, like educational videos. And like, CNN's is like, we gotta get rid of all the conservatives, even though like YouTube is literally created by American conservatives, right? Like the YouTube platform is a platform that is known, like that has been known from 2016 to now, being mostly conservative men. And the people advocating to ban all these YouTubers are women. Like, they're not men. They're not a lot of men. And the men that are advocating for that are advocating for that in support of women, right? Like, they're like there is such a thing as like being subservient to your wife, and like, liberals are more likely to be subservient to their wife just because like of like the like between the age demographics, and just like if you're married for 20 years and you're like working at CNN, you're not going to argue with your wife. Like, even if you're sleeping with other people, you're not going to go on CNN and be like, yeah, my wife is stupid, I don't know what she's talking about, let's do this other policy change. Like, no, that's not going to happen. But if you're on YouTube, like, most of the people on YouTube are like under 30, so there are no such thing as consequences to them, or they're single, so like, there's no one in their ear that they gotta like literally have to go sleep next to at the end of the night being like, why'd you do that on CNN? So it's like, I understand there is like a level of unaccountability to YouTube, but it's like, it's because they're literally children. And CNN's response to being like, to having competition in the news media world is to say that children don't deserve a voice, because like, the average age and the average participant in CNN is like a Gen Xer or older, right? Like, yeah, obviously millennials watch it. Obviously there are some millennials in the staff, but they're mostly Gen X and older. And YouTube is mostly millennials and younger, and mostly conservative men. Like, it's mainly conservative men. There's not even another viable platform that functions like YouTube for people to go to. Like, you could do the Tim Pool thing or the Steven Crowder thing and make like a mug club, or make like an alternative source, right? Which I want to bring up later, because it's directly impacting it's going to directly impact something later. But I might have to like pause, wipe my phone, and then finish that video, because I don't understand how I have so little storage. I've been spending all day trying to delete stuff, and there's like things on my phone, I don't even know how this stuff got. Like, I'm literally looking through my phone, and it's like, oh, recent downloads, like, that are like not even a whole month old, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this download stuff? Like, I don't even know what some of this data is. And like, my phone is maxed out. Like, my phone is maxed out on data, and I have 100, like, in terms of my internal storage, I have like 124 gigabytes, and I don't even like, I don't use 124 gigabytes worth of information on a day-to-day basis, which means that like clearly somebody hacked into my phone and just put shit there. Because in addition to that, my social security number got stolen. Like I just got a paper from the IRS from Pennsylvania. I live in New York, but I got it from Pennsylvania. I don't know how that works, but whatever. So like my social security information, my address information, even my banking information on that paper were all correct. The name on that paper was not correct, and I'm missing money. Like I'm missing like almost 2K worth of money. So I'm really upset about that. But that's neither here nor there, I guess. But yeah. So like the CNN. Yeah, so like CNN, okay, that's weird, right? You're just like trying to completely wipe out everyone younger than you. Because it's like, okay, I get it. Like, you wipe out YouTube, you feel better about yourself. Your ratings, by relative standards of your competition being destroyed, are high, right? In terms of like a ranking setting. It's like you didn't actually improve your business model. You just got rid of your competition. You're still exactly where you were before you decided to take out everyone in the industry younger than you. Because CNN, the entire YouTube community is younger than you. Like there's no one on YouTube who's been on YouTube. There's no one on YouTube that like even if they are older than you, they haven't been in media long enough to be considered like you're still above them as an organization. Like no person on YouTube is above the organization of CNN, even if primetime views are better. And honestly, the reason why primetime views are shitting, are like, you know, in the shitter right now for CNN is like, I'm telling you as a viewer, as somebody who watches CNN regularly, you guys are acting like Nazis. Like, you guys are literally advocating for the complete and total destruction of every single individual who has participated in the American economy that you don't like. You're like everyone, like every single person who can be considered a conservative, not every conservative, and not even every Republican, but every person who could be considered a conservative, who could be tied to conservative money, who has a friend who they don't hate, who's a conservative, the CNN paints as literally a Nazi. Like they really do that. And then what do they advocate for? They advocate for them being banned like AOC. They advocate for them being completely removed from any economic opportunity on CNN. They ban from them ever being able to participate in office like CNN. But they don't advocate for, right? And this is serious to me. They don't advocate for the people in the FBI who are clear and present pedophiles to go to jail. I have never heard them use the word pedophile to describe a person who's like 40 fucking like a 19-year-old and using his money to manipulate her. I've never heard that. But they know people. I know they know people. I know they know personal people, like names and everything at CNN. I can assure you that, because like they knew Jeffrey Epstein. Like they personally, like the people who fund and run CNN knew who Jeffrey Epstein was. They knew he was a pedophile. They arrested him. I mean, I'm gonna say CNN arrested him, but like New York arrested him, and he ended up dead. So like this idea that they don't know pedophiles are out there is bullshit. They make the conscious decision to allow pedophiles to get away with it and rape all these women. And like, it's not just America they're doing it, and that's why they don't care. Like, it's pretty obvious. Like they just don't give a shit about anyone that isn't CNN, and they are quite literally running a propaganda campaign to remove every person on the planet that isn't a part of CNN. Like Donald Trump, they want removed. They want no access. Tucker Carlson, they want removed. They want no access. Fox News, they want no access. Like the White House webpage in which the President of the United States makes statements, they want no access. Like they are literally acting like a group of Nazis. Like the Nazi Party was a politically affiliated party, which CNN is. Like they are affiliated with government policy and government regulations, right? They have all these all these deep state people on the show. What did the Nazi Party do? They did that same shit, and then they removed all media competition and then forced the children that were a part of that media competition into their indoctrination programs, or aka schooling, or whatever you want to call it, right? They forced them to be in line. Like that's how Nazism works. And like they think they're not Nazis because they don't like Trump, but like you could be a Nazi and not like a bad person, like, right? Like you can be a racist and not like a murderer. You can not like abuse women, but make sure that, you know, any race that isn't yours suffers. Like, that's a real thing, and CNN is doing that, and they just are dumb. Like, they're just dumb.